Hello friends. Today I explored that few days back actually when I was working with one project. I had a requirement regarding real-time collaboration in EditorJS. So I found out this open source EditorJS real-time plugin. It also has the demo, and it seems like it has made the implementation process very simple. Instead of manually writing all the logic and handling, this plugin takes care of the heavy lift efforts. And I'm really impressed by this plugin. And I checked into that project and it works great. So I also have the demo. Let's have the demo and see how it works. Okay, let me just open it in new tab instead. Okay, I will open it in new tab. So in this demo, we can see how we can interact with it when there are multiple people interacting. The main problem statement is when there are multiple people interacting with editor at the same time. Then the issue happens that each the content get overrides from other person edits. But in this example, this issue doesn't occur. If you are writing it manually, the logic, then you might happen to have this issue. But after using this plugin, the problem will be solved. Multiple people will be able to interact with this editor. Okay. So I think I would not be able to show you how multiple people can interact at the same time right now. But you guys can have a look and try with your team if you are looking for solution like this for EditorJS real-time collaboration in your project or in your product. The implementation is also very simple. Let me show you. So you have to, it's a package. You can just install it. EditorJS package is there. So you just import it in your project. So after you initialize the EditorJS, then you have to provide the instance of editor in this constructor. So we'll just initialize it, this plugin, with the options. That is we have to provide the instance of the editor JS. Then we need to provide socket. So I would like to add a few points about this. Socket implementation requires few logic, right? So that part you have to manually write as of now, right? So the socket implementation logic will differ project wise project. Like if you have a small product client side, so it doesn't need much implementation efforts. But if it's a big project, you have a separate backend, then you have to implement architecture of socket so that client can communicate with server via socket and all can communicate via single socket instance. Then so that was about the socket. Then after it provides these methods to just start using it to the events or the editor.js. So a quick example of how it works. So see, this is a very quick and simple example to get started. So you have to just so right now we are initializing with the socket type example. So with this example, you can just initialize and then we can provide it with the editor as well as the socket instance. And then we are using the Microsoft Signal for the service. And for each users, it will have a user ID that they interact. So this is about the connection part. And this option is for native browser WebSocket. If you don't have to use third party, you can utilize the native browser socket. This requires few much more lines of code with a manual implementation approach. So let's quickly have a overview of the options. So we need to provide editor.js instance you want to listen to. So if you can provide multiple, if you have multiple editor.js instances, you can initialize different multiple real-time collaboration instances. No issues in that. Then another required parameter is a socket. And then we have these optional parameters, socket method name. So this is important. The socket method name is important. By default, it uses this editor update value. But if your backend uses different name for the socket, you have to use that in this parameter. Or else it will not work. Then we have the delay to, so like after 300 milliseconds when the user stops typing, there is no activity. right? So this prevents over network calls, right? This is a performance optimization parameter. And yes, we have the cursors customization available. You can customize the cursors and few more CSS style overrides. So I think we are good with this implementation, and you can just try it in your projects and see how it works for your project. Definitely, I would like to say that it will just make the whole process simple of real-time collaboration implementation instead of manually writing all the logic yourselves. Okay, thank you guys.